What's happening, guys? Derelict channel here. I wanted to make a different video today about a lot of the machinima ideas that I would have had in my teenage years that I never made. I didn't get my Xbox until 2012, and I didn't get my equipment for making machinima until 2017 or 2018, so by which stage it was kind of late for me to jump into the machinima community, which is a lot of why the projects that I make now are personal stuff and not really stuff for the wider machinima community. It's just stuff for me and my friends to enjoy. So right now I'm gonna show you some of the ideas that I have. I still have my old text documents from my old PC where I wrote down the ideas and what some of the characters look like. So I'm just gonna read to you some of the plot synopsis, and with some recreated machinima clips I'm gonna show you what I have. So please enjoy. Helix. So a public figure is murdered in cold blood by a Sangheili hitman, which pairs together two law enforcers, a local police officer and a private detective, investigating a string of grisly deaths in the city. Over the course of the 5-part series, they would have discovered the killings aren't as simple as they seem, and the villain is much closer than they thought. The Colosseum. It's about an arena in an alien desert where captured Spartans are pitted against each other in gladiator-style death matches to appease the sadistic Sangheili captors for sport. So one Spartan decides that he's had enough of this and decides to go after the 3 Sangheili overlords of the tournament and basically try to escape from the desert. The General. A high-ranking heretic general crash lands a hijacked UNSC vessel in order to save his crew from certain death. Deciding that his conquest was made due to inadequacy, the crew of his ship stages a mutiny and overthrows the general as the leader. He is exiled to a small island on a Forerunner installation they crash on. While fending for himself out in the wild, he discovers another individual, a stranded Spartan who has no memories of how they arrived there. They learn to work together to find the general's crew and make their way back home. Squad 49 follows an elite team of Spartans sent to investigate a strange signal emanating from the ruins of an early Forerunner construct. They find the remains of Covenant troops, dispatch UNSC, and find the beacon is a lure by a rampant and murderous AI monitor. Imposter is about 2 Spartans sent on a mission to Covenant-occupied space in New Alexandria. Intel tells them that the Covenant are working on new technology and testing it down in the area. The objective is either to obtain the asset and bring it back to the UNSC, or destroy the tech and impede Covenant capability. The Spartans split up, and one of them is assassinated by a lone elite operative. The second Spartan continues to talk over the radio to what she believes is live responses from her now dead partner, which are however playbacks of already transmitted audio by this elite operative. They meet up after conducting a sweep of the area, to which our female hero realizes something is wrong. Neighborhood tells the story of Daniel as he moves out of his parents' house and into the city. His friend helps him land his first job and he feels desperately alone in this new world. He strikes up a good relationship with one of his neighbours, and the series would follow the 3 of them as they transition from adolescents into fully grown adults. There would have been a love triangle between Daniel, his best friend, and this roommate or the neighbour, and it probably wouldn't have worked very much because it wouldn't have been very heavy on combat and all these people walking around in super suits. Again, it would have been very similar to One Life Remaining by John, so it probably wouldn't have been too original, but that's what younger Derelict wanted to make. And last but not least is RB Chief Ashes to Ashes. So the rough outline of this story would have been a fellow Halo toy like RB Chief, the Didact, basically going on a rampage across the online network, fragging people and causing their power supplies to explode and kill people. One of the reasons I scrapped this idea is because while I wrote this script before season 8 actually started, it turned out that the idea was way too similar and probably would have been unsuitable. But it would have been very interesting, a lot of interesting new paths for characters to take, particularly the character of Claire, who would have become pregnant and lost her child due to the fire of the Didact fragging her. The full script is actually available on my Discord if you're interested in reading it. And those are my unused machinima ideas. I do have a few other ones, but they basically revolve around Spartan OCs, which I think everybody has written at some point, which I have no interest in talking about because they're fucking stupid and no one should ever listen to them. I hope you enjoyed this video. New videos are on the way. Just be patient, and I hope you have a very lovely week. Derelict Dictator out.